How you doing, man?
I'm good, man.
It's good to see you.
Man, good to be seen, brother.
Yeah, you've been traveling a lot?
Been on the road, the usual, man. Been on the road doing some auditions, auditioned for Tracy Morgan's Last OG, so I'm trying to get on there.
That's coming back on?
Yes, back on.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a great show.
Yeah,
I love that show.
Yeah,
It's coming back on. And it's so weird now. It's like I'm in Cleveland now, pretty much, and I can audition with my phone now.
It's insane.
That's crazy.
It's
easier.
insane,
Yeah.
man. You just get your phone, get somebody to read with you, and just videotape yourself, and you can send it. I used to be out in L.A., man, driving in my car to pick up the script. Now I get an email, and I can just do it over the phone, man.
Hey, not to start it off on a somber note, but we've been kind of ate up with this week because one of our favorite guests ever, John Witherspoon, passed, and we just can't get off it because we love the guy so much. And I'm curious, did you have a experience with John Witherspoon? Did you know him?
Oh yeah.
What a great guy, right?
That was my guy. And the worst thing about it was like he was just in Cleveland 2 weeks ago. I was supposed to go down and see him because I saw him last year. I would always go support him, man. I called him Unc. Right? Everybody called him Pops. I called him Unc because he played my uncle on Living Single.
That's right.
He was an old smoke guy. That was my cat. And this was the show to where I wanted to work with this guy so bad. They said, "Who you want to play your uncle?" You know, all the producers. I said, "Get me John Witherspoon."
Yeah.
And they had to go through hoops because Witherspoon was busy doing. He was always doing
working all the time.
And I said, I gotta work with this guy. So I got him, and it was a great episode, the Ohio State Michigan game.
Okay.
And he was Uncle Smoke Eye, man. So that was my cat. And 2 weeks ago, he was just in Cleveland. 2 weeks ago, I was supposed to go see him. My head was hurting. I was like, I go see him next time. And a week later, man.
What do you think it was about him? Because he was the guy that would tell you, I'm not important. I'm nobody important.
I'm nobody special.
But everyone we talked to, this was such a great guy. What was it about him? I mean,
you just said it, man. Like I said, he was humble.
Yeah.
This guy was one of the fun. This guy was 77 years old, dude. He had just worked the last the weekend before, and he was booked. He was supposed to be in Jacksonville this week.
Yeah, he was supposed to come here. He was supposed to come here next week.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. This guy's 77. He's doing 45 weeks a year.
Yeah,
and he didn't need to. He's good.
He's just out there doing his thing, man, helping people.
Was he a helpful guy with other comedians? Like, was he one of those guys that would help?
He had earned the right to, the green room. He's like, you can get on out the green room. He had earned that right.
I love that.
But he would always have stories. He would share some stuff. But, I mean, this guy was 77. He's set in his ways. It's like, this is my green room.
You know what?
Man. I'm not going to have some new jacks in there. Yeah.
John Witherspoon was one of the first guys that came in here and just, before it even started to happen, told us about Bill Cosby. Yeah. He's like, I didn't hang out with that cat. I didn't like him. And we're like, Bill, everybody loves Bill Cosby. Not me. And I'm like, really?
When you know the deal. And think about it. Spoon had been around since like Richard Pryor show, 77. I remember seeing, it was one of the first comics I ever saw. This was like 77. He was on the Richard Pryor show. He and Marsha Warfield.
Yeah, Marsha Warfield.
And she's coming. You got to see her. She's got a whole new act. That girl is bang.
She was on Night Court, right?
Yeah, she was on Night Court. She did comedy. She started off doing comedy back in the day. She quit for a while, and she came back and said, I'm just going to start all over. I'm not using any of my old bits. And she was funny.
Yeah.
She said, I'm starting a brand new, and it just took her years, and now she's just
I didn't realize that. It makes sense.
She's back out. So she's back out. Arsenio's back out on the road.
Yeah.
He's got the Netflix, so it's like old school cats coming back.
And when John Witherspoon was in here, all he would talk about was like more projects, more work. He loved to work.
Always,
and paid. And he passes away in his home. I guess just went to sleep and passes away.
And that was it.
I mean, it's kind of a good way to go, right?
Yeah.
Like if you can work till you're 77 and because he enjoyed what he did, right?
He enjoyed what he did. Like I said, he had just worked the week before. And he was booked in, like Joan Rivers. She died, and she had a gig the next day. Yeah. That's how I want to go out. And that's how you can go out in comedy, man. You can work all until it's done. Yeah.
So when you see that, do you think to yourself? Because I know I do. Like I want to be remembered like that. I want people to be like, man, that was a wonderful guy. And when you're in comedy, not everybody's remembered like that,
That's true. It's a few a-holes out there. You know how that goes, man. But the thing is, I guess it depends on how. Like I was just talking to Mike on the way here. We were talking about how when you start off, if you start off and people are nice to you, you're nicer to them. But if you had a rough way coming into it, you might take it out on people. Spoon was just the nicest guy. He had wisdom. I mean, he was set in his ways and stuff, and he could demand that green room to himself. But at the same time, if he liked you, oh man,
come on,
come on in. We'll sit up there. I talked to him all the way until they were saying, now coming to the stage, I'm still talking. We still laughing and joking. So
yeah. Well, I'm saying, like I said, now I'm going to bring up a sore subject, but I didn't realize that you worked with him, so you had a close relationship.
You brought
awesome.
You brought Living Single. It looks like it's getting a rebirth, or Charlemagne stuff was just talking about it.
They're talking about it, but
what do we got to do, John? What do we got to do to help you guys get that show back? We need that.
I want it.
We need it.
See, we do need it back. I know I need it. I know I need it. I could use. I could clear my busy schedule. I guess I could.
But no, but the thing is, like that.
Yeah, but the thing is, we got to get everybody back together. And Queen's got a show. Erica's on. Erica's got a show. She's on Black Lightning with Scooter, who plays Scooter.
Yeah.
They've got a show. Kim Fields was directing, so we got to get everybody back. And right now, it's always good to look back fondly on some stuff. But if you got some work right now, stick with that.
Yeah.
So until everybody's got a break in the schedule,
would you be down for like a reunion show, or would you want to see if we could do like just a proper season?
If nothing else, man, if we could just do like a reunion movie or something.
Yeah, we go. Yeah.
If you could do something like, I think it would be some interest in that. And
I think there's a lot of people. There's a lot of things that the way that show kind of went away. Yeah. A lot of people have questions and are still have a love for that show.
We could do it. I mean, you'd have to be creative as to how, after all these years, we still together. Unless we get together at a funeral or something. It's like, it'd be a weird.
They did Fuller House. You could just do it on Netflix, Living Singular. Everybody's divorced and sad.
I mean, they could put it together. If everybody had their schedule open, we could do some stuff. I mean, there's so many ideas out there. I would love to see it, but, we'll see.
Do you find that entertainment and also getting projects like that out there is a lot easier now for you since you have Amazon and Netflix and so many? There's so many platforms. Are you choosy about the platform that you perform on, or?
I'm not choosy about nothing. I don't want to work.
You guys want to be special right now?
I was choosy back in the day, but right now, give me some work. I mean, it's like you definitely want to do something that you're proud of. So I'm not going to do any garbage, But it's like at least you got a lot more outlets, and so I'm just trying to be funny, and somebody's going to call me eventually. But in the meantime, I'll be on the stage somewhere making folks laugh. So
and by the way, John Henton is here with us right now, and he's going to be the Improv all weekend long. Do you write new material like often, or is it
as often as I can? I try to scribble down something, and like today, I'm about to go home, and because I haven't been here in a little while, I want to go home and make sure I write down some new stuff and some things that I've been working on. Can't do politics anymore, so it's like I'm so handcuffed now because I used to do 15 minutes of just some good spot on whatever's happening. You can't touch that. You take all the air out of the room.
What's your thought process on political humor? I mean, because it used to be people did it, but
I can't do it now, man. Like I said, I used to
polarizing.
I had some hot stuff, man, hot takes. But I was like, I'm doing a great show. I never forget. It was a couple years ago. I'm in Charlotte, and I'm killing. And I was like, all right, cool. And I'm going to do my little political stuff. It always works. And just bringing it up.
Yeah.
Just all the air out of the room.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, and that used to be the hottest part. Then I'm about to do this. Then I do my big closer, and I do my dismount. And I'm out. I'm ready to do my dismount. And now I done just did this. All the air out of the room. Now I got to do 15 more minutes to get them back
and
up.
You can physically see the change.
They don't want to hear it,
that's interesting. So you could see years in the past. You could do both sides.
You could do anything. It's just whoever was in office, you can make fun of them. Right. And it was cool, but it wasn't this saturation.
I think that's what it is. There's an oversaturation of it.
People, even if you're on his side, if you're on the president's side, people are tired of hearing about it. And if you're not, then you mad. So it's like nobody cares.
We just recently did. They do studies for radio shows all the time. Oh, what are people thinking? What do they like the show? Do they not like the show? What do they like? What do they don't like? And we just recently did a study, and I always thought, well, I'm not going to talk about politics because half the people think they love him, half the people hate him, so we should stay away from it. Turns out it's not really the case. a small portion love him, a small portion hate him, and there's a big portion that's just in the middle and just is, like, are sick of hearing it.
Just don't give a
And so there's more of the sick of them to hear it than there are the. You got a small. That's where we are.
You kind of got to go full bore one side or the other.
Yeah.
Like it's got to be your thing, like a Bill Maher, where it's like, well, you know where he kind of stands, and
you
know what
go
you're
that
getting.
way, but you're gonna alienate those other people, and then it's like, like I said, and you got all these people in the middle that just don't care. So why bother? It's like, just gonna come up with some funny stuff on my own.
So what did you shift to? Did you shift to like family stuff or
just you just expand to other stuff, sports. I had my little go-to topics. I had music, I had sports, relationships, I had and you just go to those other ones, and and then I do
how many jokes can you do about Ohio State?
Man, you ain't got to do no joke about that one, man. I think we all know how this is about to go down with the OH, because they balling, man. So ain't no jokes about that. You back up off a brother on that one, man.
Let me ask you.
Ain't nobody messing with me about O State, man.
Okay.
Which
How
is
about the Browns, then?
All right, now that's some different stuff. And you ain't have to bring it up. You mother, you gonna have me cussing on radio. Now, that was uncalled for. So who is this guy? Who this guy coming in?
He's a
Who's this guy just, in the other room?
That's why he sits in the other room. You know what you got to fight him.
Stay your ass in that room over there. That's what you do.
He's about 7 feet tall.
Can we cut his mic out? Do we need to
No,
talk?
he runs everything.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, he runs. So he'll cut my mic out. So let me. All right, I apologize. I like to keep talking. I want sensitivity. They trying to. No, the Browns. Yeah, that's fertile ground. I'm sorry. You gonna say? I'm sorry.
No, that was gonna be my question. Like, which is bigger disappointments in your life? Going on auditions and being let down, or just being a long-time Browns fan?
Being a long-time Browns fan. People. I don't care about the auditions. Some of them you get, some of them you don't. That's how I've been rejected a lot more than when that's no problem. But it's the Browns fan, because people always ask me like, you play like a fantasy league, fantasy league. I'm like, I play fantasy. I've been a Browns fan. my whole existence is fantasy. You kidding me? Yeah, you fantasy. Yeah.
But this year you thought it was going to be a little different.
Oh, sure, we all
That's what they do to you.
We had a great off season. This was the best off season.
They had great expectations.
Everybody was sitting there, we can't wait for the season to start. Now I'm sitting there, can we go back to the off season? Because we had potential then.
I get it.
Right now we're 2-5, and Beckham can't catch the ball anymore.
You got your quarterback just leaving news conferences now. He's done with it.
That's a bad look. That was the thing that really tore him. Just broke it down for me, because it's like, dude, you got to stand up there. If you sitting there doing all these commercials, I'm sick of seeing you on TV. We 2-5, and I see you got 15 commercials. The Garoppolo in San Francisco, they 8-0. I ain't seen nan commercial with him.
That's
working. Yeah.
Baker 2-5.
And he's good
everywhere.
looking, too.
How does this work?
That's a good point right there, man.
Point,
So I'm tired of seeing him. It's like, dude, you got to stay there and you got to take it. You got to face up to it. You got who gets an interception on a shovel pass? Come on, you're pushing the ball, pushing the right way. You sick somebody. I'm sorry. Look,
That's all right.
I've said too much. I've said too much.
I'm suffering through being a Miami Dolphin fan this year.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I know.
No, it's not even
terrible.
suffering. You know how this is going down.
It's terrible.
Look, it's like pick you a good quarterback, or you might want to get Chase Young.
I mean, they're
Chase is the best thing from Ohio State.
Yes, sir.
The school you mentioned. There ain't no jokes about that. About to be a Heisman Trophy candidate.
Absolutely.
Okay, back up off of it. Keep my mic on. Just keep my mic on.
Keep the mic
Back
on.
up off of it.
Would you say this year's Miami Dolphins are worse than the worst Browns team that's ever been? I think they are. I think they win in the worst category.
They're pretty bad.
They're pretty bad.
The Browns
Like
are trying.
I just saw the Browns. This was just 2 years ago.
Yeah.
That's the thing. The Browns are just 0-16. Just 2 years ago.
I know.
Then
Yeah.
we got Baker. We got the Messiah. And we thought everything was going to change around. Well,
It didn't. Yeah.
we thought wrong. We thought wrong.
Do you go to a lot of games?
No.
No.
I don't go to games. Because they raised the price. It was like last year, somebody told me there was a seat at the 50-yard line, $400. In Cleveland, that's a lot of dough, right?
Yeah.
All right, they get Odell Beckham. That seat went up to $4,000.
Damn.
And they say, you going to games? I'm like, nope, I'm going to watch these Browns the same way I watched them 0-16 Browns from the comfort of my home. Man, I ain't paying that much. Somebody got a free ticket, I might go down there. I wouldn't even go. Now, 2-5, I'm done. They can turn the season around, but you got to get a new coach. You got a coach that sit up there. It was 4th and 11.
Yeah.
4th and 11. You saw this.
Yes, sir.
It was 4th and 11 against New England. They're getting ready to punt. They get a legal procedure penalty. Now it's 4th and 16.
Yeah.
They bring the offense back on the field to go. It's 4th and 6. At that point, somebody on the Browns should have threw the red flag on the field, and it should have been a hook like Showtime at the Apollo, and they should have hooked Freddie Kitchens, the coach, and said, you've been excused. Have a seat. I'm putting anybody as the coach. You were supposed to lose your job doing some stuff.
But if he'd have made a first down, he'd have been the greatest coach in his life.
But you don't do that.
He's still been an idiot. He's still been an idiot. Man. No. You can't do that.
Football got you fired up.
Yeah, some things you can't do. I'm sorry. Look,
That's okay.
I said too much. I said too much. He started it.
I know. He did it on purpose, too.
He did it. The dude controlling the mics, he started it.
And he's a big fan of yours. You just why are you trying to pick on the man?
No, I was giving him props because I knew I was going to have to bring up the Browns, but Ohio State.
Didn't have to.
Ohio State was doing all right, but you know how it is.
You
Ohio
didn't have
State's
to.
always,
You could have just said, "Hey, man, them Bucks doing well." I could have rolled with that.
Well,
you know, Ohio State.
You could have did it differently. You couldn't. Yeah, that's all.
How about
right.
them Cavs?
Cavs, oh man, it's rough. They got a new little squad. We'll see what happens.
Still have love for LeBron?
Tristan Thompson is playing back. Yeah, I got mad love for LeBron.
Yeah.
Man, it's like he from Akron, man. He's a homeboy. I mean, think about it. People hate on LeBron. I don't get it.
I love
man.
LeBron.
I don't get it. He's the only athlete with 30,000 points, 10,000 rebounds, 10,000 assists. Never been done before. He built a school in Akron for underprivileged kids. Yeah. He's giving college scholarships. He just the firefighters out there fighting the fires in L.A.
Man.
He's just sending taco trucks. So they're getting Taco Tuesday every day.
Yeah,
He's making sure he's feeding them. He's doing all of
Why
this
do people
stuff.
hate on him? I don't get it.
I'm saying, I mean, he married his high school sweetheart, no drama, and he ain't make love to not nan one of them Kardashians.
I know.
And he could have did every one of them. You know, they done lined up. It's his right as an NBA player. It's his right to go through all of them. Kim, Chloe, Kyla, LaToya, the mama.
Jermaine.
Bruce would have did it too. Now, I've said too much. I'm
There
sorry.
you have it. You're fine. I'm going to remind you that John Hinton will be at the Improv all week. Can you stay for another segment?
Sure, I got nothing to do.
All right, John Hinton here with us. That's funny, man. All right, don't go anywhere. Your chance $1,000 is here too. Listen for the keyword. Text the keyword to 200-200, and you could win $1,000 right now. You're listening to the Monsters of the Morning.